Henry's happy coal. Henry is a happy engine. He smiles all the while he has his special coal. Henry's special coal makes Henry happy. One morning, Henry puffed perkily.
Good morning, Thomas. The Fat Controller has a special for me.
Hooray for Henry!
The Fat Controller was at Knapford Station.
Henry, your special is very important.
Henry huffed with happiness.
Thank you, sir.
You are to collect a very important visitor from Brendam Docks. He is arriving from the mainland.
Henry gasped.
First, you will visit the steamworks. Then you'll show him the Sodor Search and Rescue Centre. Lastly, you will take him to the Duke and Duchess's summer house for tea.
Yes, sir.
Thomas was pleased for his friend.
Puff proudly, Henry.
And Henry grinned grandly. At the docks, the very important visitor was waiting for Henry.
Welcome to Sodor, sir. I am Henry.
Yes, Henry. I am pleased to meet you.
This made Henry very happy. He chuffed cheerfully away. At the steamworks, Henry rolled to his coal hopper. Harry and Bert were biffing and bashing trucks. Then they saw Henry.
Look, Bert, here's Henry.
Needs his special coal.
He's not a normal steamy.
Can't puff at all
Without his special coal.
Harry and Bert gurgled and giggled. Henry's wheels wobbled and wibbled.
I hope my very important visitor didn't hear that. I don't want him to think I'm a silly steamy that needs special coal. Oh, me. Oh, my. Oh, dear.
Then an idea flew into Henry's funnel.
I'm sure I can chuff on normal coal. Just for one day. Just until tea time. I'm sure I can.
So Henry didn't fill his tender with his special coal. He huffed hurriedly away. At the coal hopper, Henry filled his tender with normal coal. Harry and Bert were surprised.
Here, Henry. What are you doing?
Steaming like a steamy.
And Henry clickety-clacked along the tracks.
I'm chuffing. I'm puffing. I feel quite at my best. I don't need special coal. I can steam like all the rest.
Henry heaved into the steamworks. He wasn't feeling quite at his best. He was beginning to sneeze and wheeze.
This, sir, is the steamworks.
Henry, my friend, you sound terrible. What have you in your firebox?
Henry spluttered and stuttered. Then Harry and Bert rattled in.
There he is.
Mr. Special Steam himself.
Victor saw Harry and Bert. He was cross.
Shoo, oily wheels. Go away.
Henry saw Harry and Bert. He was worried.
Sir, we have to go. Right away. No delay.
The very important visitor was very surprised. With a gasp and a groan, and a mutter and a moan, Henry rumbled away to a track as far from Harry and Bert as he could find. Henry's firebox fizzed and his steam was stinky. His boiler bubbled bravely.
I'm chuffing. I'm puffing. I feel quite at my best. I don't need special coal. I can steam like all the rest.
Henry heaved to a halt. Now he really wasn't feeling quite at his best. Black steam swirled. He was gasping and rasping.
This is the Sodor Search and Rescue Centre, sir.
The very important visitor looked around. He was worried for Henry. So was Thomas.
Henry, can I help you?
No, thank you.
Then Harry and Bert oiled in.
There he is! Mr. Special Steam himself!
Henry heard Harry and Bert. He was even more worried.
Sir, we have to go. Right away. No delay.
The very important visitor was very surprised as Henry rattled away. Henry juddered and shuddered towards the summer house. He was late. He could hardly puff at all.
I'm chuffing. I'm puffing. I feel quite at my best. I don't need special coal. I can steam like all the rest.
And with that, Henry stammered and stuttered to a stop. He was all stinky steam and popping pistons. The Fat Controller and the Duke and Duchess of Boxford were surprised, and so was the very important visitor. Henry felt terrible.
I'm sorry, sir. I have spoilt the very important visitor's visit. You'll be cross with me.
But the Fat Controller wasn't cross. He was worried for Henry.
Henry, do you have the wrong coal?
Yes, sir. I wanted to show the very important visitor that I was just like any other Steamy.
But you're not, Henry. And that's why the very important visitor came to see you.
Henry gasped and gurgled.
I am the Railway Coal Inspector. You use special coal. That's what makes you a very special engine. I wanted to see how you puff and chuff.
Henry heaved and huffed.
I have been a silly old engine. Please may I fill up on my special coal? Then I will show you how I puff and chuff.
This made the Fat Controller and the Railway Coal Inspector very happy. So Henry filled his tender to the tip-top with special coal. Harry and Bert rattled by.
There he is! Mr. Special Steam himself!
But this time, Henry didn't race away.
Yes, I am Mr. Special Steam, and I'm very proud of it.
As Henry should be.
Henry steamed sweetly at the Soda Search and Rescue Centre. The coal inspector beamed. And at the steamworks, the coal inspector chattered and chuckled. Henry felt wonderful. Then he saw Harry and Bert. They had run out of diesel oil.
Here's Mr. Special Steam. Will you help us?
Henry huffed happily.
Of course I will. We both need special fuel. We'll help each other out.
So Henry buffered up behind Harry and Bert and puffed proudly on.
Hooray for Henry!
I'm chuffing. I'm puffing. I feel quite at my best. I like my special coal. Watch me steam like all the rest.